Council.
Good afternoon and welcome back, witness number 1 and number 2. You may kindly sit down and may I remind you before you continue your testimony before this commission that you are still under oath. Madam Chair, over to you.
Good afternoon, Mr. Mane.
Afternoon, ma.
Good afternoon, Mr. Ture. You are welcome back.
Thank you so
Before
much.
I hand you over to the council, I did ask some few questions. Were you able to have an estimate of the revenue from the machines from your portal, the first quarter, second quarter?
No, we have not checked it. Maybe after we can check it from there.
Okay, you want to check it from the system?
yeah.
Okay, council, you may proceed.
Thank you very much, Honorable Commissioners. It's good to have you back after lunch. Mr. Mane and Mr. Ture,
Yes,
how are you?
fine, thank you.
So can you, at this point now, show us how these machines are operated and the reflection it will have when you do a transaction on the screen? Can you do that?
Yes, we can do that.
Yes, please show us. So first, show us the machine. Do you have the machine with you? Yes. Ture?
Yes, we have the machine here.
Yes. So first, hold the machine and show us the machine. Is that the machine you use?
Yes,
Can you
Lamine is
give it to
holding.
the deputy registrar to
Yes.
show the commissioners?
Yes. Can we see the machine so that we will show the commissioners the machine so that they can have a first-hand view as to how it is? So this is the latest one.
Yes, yes, yes.
You know, you said there are two types, the teleport and the swim 2.
Yes, that's.
So this is swim 2 version.
Yes, this is the simple. This is.
It is the one that can operate both offline and online.
Yes, yes, yes.
Is that correct?
Yes, you're correct.
So when you charge them, how long do they last before the battery will die out?
Depending how you use it, but it can last for 2 or 3 days.
2 or 3 days.
Yes.
Do they have a special charging system?
Yeah, they have a charger.
They have a charger.
Yes.
Can you use it? Can you charge it in your own house?
Yes, you can do that. You can charge it on your own house.
So it's not necessarily that you have to come all the way to the IT office to have it charged.
Yes, yes, yes.
You can have it in your house and you can charge it there.
That's right.
Thank you. Does that machine have a roll?
Yes.
Ticket roll?
Yes.
Is it difficult to open the ticket roll and show us?
No, it's not difficult.
So first, let's start with that. Show us the ticket roll and how it has been inserted in the machine, please. That is where so you will have to speak
Yes.
and give a kind of description as to.
Yes. If you want to open it, it's simple. You just need to press here.
Yes.
It's opened.
Okay.
Yes. And that's the rule.
That's the rule.
Yes.
So that rule will be in your office, and you'll have to give the rule whenever their role is finished.
Yes.
And then can you please insert the rule inside, let us see.
Okay.
Yes.
Mr. Ture, I believe that the application,
Yes.
if for instance the role is just a plain role,
Yes.
the application in the machine
Yes.
would digitally provide
Yes.
the number of receipts a role can generate.
Okay.
Would you not see that?
No, it was not programmed in the application.
It's not programming.
Yeah, the device can only tell you if there is a role inside.
Okay.
When the role is not there, it will tell you to insert a role there. Yes.
Yes, but for purposes of accountability, when you started using it,
Yes.
didn't you talk to 5C
About that.
to modify the application
Yeah.
so that when you put in a role, you are able to monitor how many receipts you will issue at the end of the day when the role is finished? Because this will enable you reconcile with the auditors to know how much receipts are generated, and at the end of the day that will help you make projection as to what you will need when it comes to buying these rolls for the use of the machine.
That's right. It's a very good observation. It has to be.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yes, Council, you may proceed.
I believe my friend did not just do due diligence, but it is very simple for him to know that. Yeah, I think we have gone through that. I think in addition to what the chairperson is saying,
Yes.
if you had been audited, you would have known how much tickets that they issue.
That's right.
So that would be your fault
Yes.
on that part, yes.
Yes, that's right.
In addition to the chairperson's, what he's saying regarding the software being able to tell you how much ticket it will generate, in addition to that, you yourself, if you have done due diligence, would have known the role, how much ticket it will generate. Is that correct?
That's right.
Yes. So now, you were about to show us how it is being put in. Can you repeat that? I don't think they've had the view.
Yes. First, I have to put the machine online. I have to connect it to the internet.
Yes.
Yes. So that I can log in into the application.
Okay.
Yes.
So
SIM?
Yeah, it's have a SIM card.
It's using a
Yes,
SIM.
you put the SIM card. Let me show you. Let me open it. It's having a SIM card. That's
So
a SIM card.
with the application, would it pick wireless signal?
Why?
Wireless signal. Wireless.
Yeah.
You can pick up
yes,
wireless
yes,
signal.
yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yes, you can proceed.
you can now proceed and show us.
Okay, I'm putting the machine on because I turned it off.
You'll first put the machine on
Yes.
after you have inserted the role,
Yes.
and the SIM card would have already been there.
Very good.
Then you are now going to switch it on.
Yes.
So please let us know when it is on and what will be the next step.
Okay. Now, I want to input this data into the system so that we can generate it for test version.
You want to input?
This data.
What is that data?
I wrote some names here which I want to put into the system so we can test it how it's operates.
Okay, you want to do a simulation as if
Yes,
to
we are
you to
doing-
issue out a ticket.
Very good.
So you are assuming that there is a transaction and someone has already paid you an amount of money,
Very
and
good.
you're now going to input in the system and issue out a ticket.
Very good.
Yes. So please tell us the first data you will put inside.
First, I will start with license.
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 Okay.
Yes.
How much will you be?
I will start with license. The value amount will be $1,000, and the location will be Sabi.
$1,000.
Yes.
And the location will be
Sabi.
Sabi.
Yes.
All right. Are you currently using the machine?
Now I'm charging this data from there.
Okay.
We put the machine on wireless. We put it on,
Okay.
and then we connect it to the internet.
Very well.
And then from there, we turn the machine off
Okay.
and do the transaction and see.
No. Does the machine have an online mode right now?
Right now, it's online. The only thing is the difference when you put the connection on.
Yes.
Now, sorry, let me. Now,
I want you
okay.
to show the commissioners a transaction being done online
Very good.
and one being done offline.
Very
I
good.
think the commissioners will want to have a real-time understanding of these two.
That's right.
Would you want to start with the one that they can do a transaction online?
Now, first, before you do transaction online or before you do it offline, you need to put the data inside.
Okay.
There is a data inside, but I don't want to touch those data. So I want to input data there.
Okay.
Then
All
I
right.
put the machine on. Then when I put the machine on, then I download the data into the system, into the device. Then I turn off the connection. Then it should be like offline now. Then from there, we're going to do the transaction and see if it's going to reflect in the dashboard.
Very well. Let's go by that first. Can you explain as you're inputting?
Okay, well now what I'm doing, I'm putting in data into the system now for particular guy and the location,
A name and a location.
name and the location. And then from there, this is a place where you can insert the person's telephone number there. Here you can put the telephone number here. If you have the telephone number, if you have the picture, in fact, you can even put it there, but that will take time.
If you have what?
The picture, maybe of the shop or
Yes.
the location, you can insert it there.
Very well.
Okay. Now I'm going to the classification. The tax value for that $1,000 here.
So this is as after you have logged in the system.
This is after you log in the system. So these are the classification we have in the system.
What are the qualifications?
The classification, like the banks, the business type, the categories of the business.
So when you log in, it will give you different classifications.
Different classification. Then
So can you just read out some of it, because it's really very far. I can.
you have insurance company agents, you have money transfer dealers,
Yes.
you have housing scheme, you have telecommunication, you have land telephone providers, you have GSM, you have printing house, internet cafes, photograph, newspapers, publishers, building construction. The building construction, you have different kind of classifications.
Yes.
Yes, you have E and F. E and F is range from A downwards.
So these are all licensed.
Yeah, these are all licensed.
Very well. Proceed.
These are business.
Yes.
Goods and values.
For what?
Goods and values.
Goods and values.
Yes, goods and values. Where I will select this 1,000 from.
Very well.
Okay, the one I just select is class D. That is $3,000. So I need to go down.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, now I select Class G, that is $1,000 here.
Class what?
G.
G.
Yes, business with goods values. From here, I'm going to select the date.
Okay.
Because license you pay once in a year.
Yes.
Yes.
So for license, payment is once in a year.
Once in a year.
Yes.
Yes, now I'm selecting the date. So 2022 December, so that I can generate 2023 this year.
So you are going to input 2022 December.
December.
And to see whether, if you print out, it will reflect 2023.
Very good. So now I save it.
Is that not 2021? Or are my eyes not very...
Huh?
What do you have on the screen? Which year is that?
Oh, selected. The screen here is very small. I'm not seeing it all.
Yes, it seems I have seen 2021, that's why I asked. You know, when you are young, you can see this clearly. Your eyes will be very good, even if you are far away.
That's true. Okay, now I select 2022. So now I save it. I save it, and then the system generates a reference number. If you save it, the system will give you the reference numbers.
Very well.
So now from there, I will evaluate it. If I don't evaluate it, they cannot do the transaction on this particular one.
Yes.
Yes.
What are you working on? You are working on the machine right now?
No. I'm just like when
in the system.
In the system now.
Very well.
Before reaching to the machine now.
Yes.
Okay. Now I evaluate it now. Now I will write the reference number.
Yes.
Because normally when they plot this, and then we will just remember the reference numbers, and then we'll give it to them. So these are automatically generated. If you miss it, you're not going to have this particular Ibrahim Ajallo. You will have maybe somebody, or the system will tell you no data found. So now I'm going to the device now.
Yes.
We have inputted into the system now.
Yes.
Okay. Now we are offline. The system doesn't have an internet connection now. So
it is offline.
It is offline now.
Can you show the commissioners that so that they will see that it's offline?
Wait. Now, no internet. It's only the application running now. Yes. Now, I will put the connection on.
Yes.
Okay. All right, it's connected now.
Okay.
Now I'm going to touch the application. Login expired.
You are going to log in.
Yeah, I'm going to log in now with the user. So
what does the login column also have? Does it have a name and a password, or what? Just tell us, explain to us, how do you log in?
Very good. At this point, you must have an internet.
Yes.
If you don't have internet, you cannot log in.
Okay.
As I said, every collector have a username and a password.
Yes.
So that one you will log in with that username and the password from this start.
So to log in, you must have the internet.
Internet.
So now you are going to log in. Are you going to on this on the internet?
Yeah, I've already put the internet on. I connected on the Wi-Fi now. So now I'm going to log in now.
But you first said it is offline. What does it mean to be offline? And what does it mean for the internet to be on?
If you don't have an internet right now, before I log in, no internet.
Okay.
That means offline. Anything you do in the system, I'm not going to see it.
Yes.
So now I put the connection on. I come in to enter in the system now with the my username.
Okay.
Then from there we go to another stage. Let me enter in the password and username.
It has a username and a password.
Yes.
Okay. Let's see. Can you put up the device so that we see? Yes.
Okay, sure.
What are you doing?
I'm inserting the username.
Okay.
Yes. I'm coming to change the password now so that I can have access to this. It's loaded now. Change the password now. I'm in now.
You're now in the system.
I'm now in the system.
Okay.
Okay. Now the new data that I have created it.
Yes.
Now already it's not in the system now. If
yes.
I don't download it, you see these two arrow point. I don't know. There are two arrow points here.
Yes.
Yes. You need to press one to download it.
Yes.
And then press up, it goes. So now I'm going to insert the one I created now. This license, the one I created now.
Yes.
Now I'm going to license. I'm going to insert the reference number.
What is the reference number? Is it LIC 57?
No, it's 5792. That is LIC, that is license.
Yes.
Okay. Now I insert it now. So I have seen it now. Now I turn the connection off now. Of the device.
Connection off.
I turn the connection off now.
And we have the registrar to confirm so that the commissioners will follow. So you are now turning off the connection.
Very good.
Just to do a transaction on it while it is offline.
Very good.
So it is now offline.
It's offline, yes.
So what is the next step now?
I'm going to generate the transaction.
You're going to generate a ticket for the transaction?
Yes, I'm going to generate.
Okay, while it is offline?
While it's offline, yes.
Yes, we'll have to have the register stand there in case we need him. How do you generate? What are you going to press?
I'm putting the reference number.
Okay.
The reference number that I that was created now. I'm
Yes.
inserting the reference number instead of the person's name. Reference number is more easier than typing the person's name.
Okay.
Then search, and then I have seen it now.
You will now see the person's name.
Yes, it's here.
Please, Honorable Esther, can you, I know it is very tedious for you, but let's try to do it. Show the commissioners again. Upon typing the reference number, the person's details will come out.
Very good.
So while they are examining that process,
Yes.
in an ideal normal situation, all these licensed people are already registered in the system already. And so therefore all they have to do is type the reference number and it will generate their details.
Very good.
And then they print the ticket.
Very good.
So for the purpose of issuing out a ticket and a transaction, everyone's name is in the system already.
Very good.
Yes. Yes, now can you generate the, once you see the details, what will you do next to generate the transaction on the ticket?
Yeah, you just confirm it before printing it, because we in the IT we can also make a mistake, maybe the person's name or the value. So before you print it, you check it first.
You confirm.
You confirm
the details.
The detail.
Whether that is the particular individual.
Very good. And then the EI is paying.
Yes.
Yes. And then you press, and then it will ask you pay tax.
Pay tax.
Very good.
Okay.
Pay, and then there are options available.
What?
Good. Options
Yes.
available. You have cash, check, bank transfer.
Can you show them again, please? Once you press pay tax, then it will ask you, it will show you the options available.
Available,
Whether,
yes.
what do you mean available? Through the mode of payment?
Yeah, mode of
Through
payment.
payment, through bank or through cash?
Cash, very good.
Yes. What is now
No.
the next step after it gives you these options of the mode of payment?
Yes, normally they use cash.
Normally they use cash.
Cash.
Most of the times they will use cash payment.
Yes, yes.
So what? So if you are paying through cash, then what will you do?
You click cash.
You press or click
Yeah,
cash.
you press cash.
Okay. Either or is correct.
Yes, and then it will ask you confirm. Are you sure you want to process this payment?
Yes.
Yes, confirm. And then it asks you print the receipt.
It will now first ask you to confirm and now ask you to print receipt.
Print the receipt. If you confirm, it will ask you print the receipt.
Yes.
And now I printed the receipt now.
Okay.
The receipt
Leave it
is-
as it is and then now show them again. So once you have pressed print the receipt, what will automatically happen? The receipt will now
Generate. Yes.
automatically generate.
Yes.
Is that not correct?
Yes, correct.
With the relevant transaction.
Very good.
And what will come out? What is the information that will come out from the?
From the receipt, the person's name, the person's detail, if location, amount is paying, the EI is paying also, and the date and time.
Thank you. All is being done while it is offline.
Offline.
Yes, I noted. Person who did the transaction in the machine, it gave me the username.
Very good.
That is unit
Very good.
so.
Yes.
But if you look at the right, the screen, you could see that the machine has provided the actual name with, on top on the right hand side, which
Very
is
good.
Lamin S2.
Yes, yes.
So the receipt would only provide the username.
The username, the person that has used the device
Yes.
to make this transaction.
Okay. And the usernames are unique to each collector.
They are unique. They are unique. They are not different.
So when we are done, I have questions to ask you with respect to some of these.
Okay.
So now at this ticket will be generated.
Yes, it's generated.
And it will have the details and everything, and also the username of the person that conducted the transaction.
That's right.
Okay, and then what do you do?
And then you will cut the ticket and
Please show it.
Yeah.
Put it up. Yes.
You will cut the ticket
Yes.
and give it to the person.
And issue the person.
Yes.
Issue to the person.
Yes.
So
now
yes.
you, the collector, you know what you have collected.
Yes.
Now you can go to your dashboard and check what you have done. It can be more 3 or 20 or 100 transactions that you have done. So at this point, we will not see anything in our system.
Why?
Because it is off. It's doing the transaction offline right now.
It was offline.
It's just offline.
If it was online, would it automatically show in that?
It will be automatically show you direct.
No, please proceed.
So now, you the collector, you know what you have collected. You can go to your dashboard and then check what you have collected.
Can you show it to us at the the projector? Show us the dashboard.
Okay. Now, then let me put this thing on. Then we see what transaction we have done. Now I'm coming to put the data on now. Okay. I'm going to reporter. You will see on the reporter here. You see, the moment it sync, you put the connection on, it will automatically sync to the system. Then we, the IT office, we will see, and anybody using the dashboard will see. Right now,
go ahead.
Right now, if anyone in the base, you are on the system or anywhere, you will see this transaction. So now, this is me, I did the transaction now.
So what did it give you?
It will give you today's date right now. Date
2023.
Yes, 2023. Now let me go to Ibrahim Jallo, and then we see which time and he did the transaction now.
Yeah.
I'm searching the reference number of Ibrahim. Now I have seen it. Then this is the time, and it is created by me. And it is evaluated by me. So the date and time will be there, and then who created it will be there.
The what?
Who created this particular one will be there.
Yes.
And the date and time also.
Yes.
Yes.
That is a transaction offline.
That is now, we've done it offline, but we put the internet on now, and then push the transaction, and so that we will see. It was done offline.
There is one issue I want to have clear, to be very clear.
Okay.
Do you need to post the transaction, or does it automatically sync once you turn the device on?
Once you turn the device on, sorry, let me put the device on. Once you turn the device on, and then you connected already.
Yes.
You connected already.
Yes.
And this transaction was done offline.
It was done offline.
Or offline.
Yes.
Now I connected now.
Online.
Online now. Now there are 2 arrows here. 2 arrows. You press it. Or if you don't press it, put the connection on, restart your device. The machine will push the transaction.
Now that's what I want us to know. If you do a transaction offline, does it automatically appear on the screen if you are now back online, or must you do some other transaction like pressing the arrows here and there for it to now be posted? It has to be clear.
You have to post it. You have to press it, the transaction. You have to press the arrow button.
It's important because when you explained it to me, I don't know to the commissioners, it appeared as if once you on the device, automatically it appears on the. Once you go back on online.
You know, it's two options.
Yes.
Option one, you connect to the internet, you post the transaction.
You post the transaction.
You post the transaction.
How do you post the transaction?
There are two arrow buttons.
Yes.
Whereby you post the transaction.
Yes.
Likewise, if I'm in the office, I created I created a business. I want you to have access to it, but you are online. There's an arrow button there whereby you press down. That means to download the transaction.
If you are in the office.
If I am in the office, yes.
And then what?
And then there's a business that you want to collect.
Who wants to collect?
A collector wants to collect a particular business.
Yes.
Now, but you must have an internet at that time. Then if you have internet, I will enter the business, input this business here, and I'll give you the code. Then if you have the code, before you have the code, you need to press this arrow button, the one down, so that you can have access to this particular business.
Yes. Now, Mr. Ture.
Yes.
Is that a situation where you have given the machine to somebody who is unable to input all the necessary information, and you can assist remotely whilst you are in the office?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yes. Now proceed. Is that all for the offline transaction?
Yes, that is off for the whole transaction.
Yes.
Yes.
Do you have questions from the commissioners before we move to online transactions?
Mr. Ture.
Yes.
You said before it is the transaction is downloaded, you must press those two buttons. Now you have already collected the money.
Very well.
Now if you refuse to download it by pressing those buttons,
very good.
what will happen?
We will not see the transaction.
You will not see the transaction. But what will happen to the money?
The collector will be going to be the collector.
It will go into the collector's.
Yes.
But you see, my problem here is I have done it offline, and I want to put it online. Okay, by downloading, and if I refuse to download, then the money is.
The money has gone.
It has gone, and you will not have a receipt, and you will not be able to generate the transaction remotely from your end to say that Mr. Joyner went to Sabi and collected 5,000. But if I refuse to press those buttons, my 5,000 will not reflect in your system.
If you refuse to press that button, and then you refuse to put the connection on, because if you leave the connection on, even you don't press it, if you off it, when you put it on, if the connection is on, the data will be pushed.
It will download for itself.
It will download itself. So what they do is they will turn all the connection off.
Okay. Okay. I just want, because you have to, your own can be super smart.
Yes.
To say I will not press the button, so it will not.
In fact, it happened. They normally do it. That's why we lately have long, transaction that has been done for ever since maybe like 2 months back. And lately, when they know that now this transaction has to push, because I have to do certain transaction, there is no option. We have to push the data. So if you see that data, then we will know that you have done the transaction.
Yes. I have seen in the dashboard.
Yes.
There is a point where it says audit.
Audit, yes.
So it is my assumption that the system can pre-audit itself. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right. Now, on the dashboard earlier on, you have icons that display some things like ad hoc.
Yes.
Ad hoc.
Market.
Yes. Ad hoc business, daily transactions, configurations, etc. This is what ad hoc transactions. You have configurations. So now my question is, we have been told by witnesses here in this commission that the hawkers and the strange farmers, you cannot generate a receipt for these kinds of transactions. But looking at what is on the dashboard, ad hoc can be any sort of business that you can give a name to. Is that correct?
That's not true. Anything that you want to capture, you want to do transaction, it can be captured through the system. There is nothing you cannot do.
So the revenue collector that was saying they cannot generate tickets for strange farmers,
it's not true.
for hawkers, etc. You understand? It's false.
It's not true. Even
so much. And I have seen when you generated the receipt.
Yes.
You could see that in the transaction receipt, it is indicated that whether it is a large-scale retail business, because you've gone to licenses and you've indicated that it's business and goods.
Very good.
It seems to me that a particular data is generated by the council, which is given to 5C.
That's right.
To input in the system.
That's right.
So that it can generate the receipts that you will print at the end of the transaction.
That's right.
Yes. So now, my question is, so there is no form of business that can escape the council.
No.
By using this machine, they can generate
anything
instantaneously a receipt for it.
That's right.
Right? After being trained on how to use it.
That's right.
Yes. And now, my other question is that you as the IT person, what is the security checks and balances? Because this is data. And it is very important data for the council.
That's right.
Because this is the data that would help in the planning of the council's activity.
That's true.
So how are you securing the data? How would you know that the data you are generating and the data that is going to that server that you don't know where it is located?
That's right.
How well is that data protected?
That's a big question.
Huh?
I said that's a big question. That's which I don't know, but what I normally do in my end.
You should know, because you as an IT person and you are studying IT, you should know that when it comes to technology, your first fundamental question is security of the data that you generate.
That's right. That's right.
Yes, now answer the question.
That's right. What is very important in terms of data privacy, that's true, where the data is. I personally, I have never been there. I don't know how this data is being saved. So what I can do in my end, every day I download this data. Any data that we input in the system, before I go home, I need to download it. So that when, in case the server has gone down, in fact, it has happened, during the time 5G have cut the system off. We have
sorry, so who cut the system off?
May 15, 5G have stopped the system.
Okay.
We are not having access to the system. But before that, I have the data. We have all the data. I normally do that, preserve that.
So, but the only way you have or keep the data is by downloading it. You did not create a program or an application that automatically saves the data. So that when you are sick and you are not at work, the information will be downloaded automatically as long as the transaction is done in a machine.
Okay. One thing.
You have not. You don't have that sort of.
I don't have that, and I don't think I will have that access to do that. Because I don't think the service provider will give me certain access. So this system, I having certain access. Certain access I'm not having, I don't get that.
But that is why I ask you the agreement.
That's true.
Because the agreement will give you certain rights.
That's right.
And it is for you to look at the agreement.
That's right.
And advise the council on the appropriateness of the terms and conditions, you being an IT person.
That's right.
Yes. And there's so many, it's an application, right?
That's right.
There are some hidden systems in the application. Is that correct?
That's right.
And are you taking through, you understand, the default applicable systems in this application?
No, I have never gone through.
You have not been through?
No.
And you did not ask questions?
I did ask question. In fact, I even asked question where the server is, and I need to see.
No, I'm not talking about the server.
No,
the default.
No.
The default applicable security system
No.
for this.
No.
Council, please.
Any other? Yes.
Mr. Ture,
Yes.
I know the best practice is you download on a daily basis
That's right.
and keep it somewhere just in case of any incident. You can continue
Very good.
with the one you have the previous day.
That's right.
I know they would not, one or two senior members of the council would know where to keep that data that you have just downloaded. Now, you might not be able to preview the same information to your assistant or somebody else. But in case of emergency, let's say you want to move, there's a fire in your IT room.
That's right.
And you need to set up. That which you have downloaded will be the one you would retrieve to put back on the system to continue
Yes.
your normal engagement. But my question to you is, who is in custody of the data that you have downloaded and kept? Who is in custody?
I am in custody, and then I have the hard drive, and then I also attach it to my email in case.
Now, do you store it within the premises or outside of the premises?
In the premises and also in my email.
In your email?
Yes.
So if somebody can hack your email, that person will have all this information?
Yeah, it's possible, but it's hardly to hack an email.
Okay. We've seen defense ministries being hacked, so I don't see why an area council's server could not be hacked.
No. We don't have the server in the office. I am saying my personal email, like Gmail.
Yeah, I know, but your whatever you do on your server is kept by somebody that you don't know.
It's possible.
Yes.
That's right.
Okay.
Now, Mr. Ture,
Yes.
Don't you think it would have been prudent to create a domain which is official, which is owned by the council, and you save this in cloud, so that tomorrow when you are not working with the council,
That's right.
the council can have access to this?
That's
Because
right.
your personal email is
That's
your
right.
personal email.
It's a very good suggestion. It's just now we have created that one.
Yes.
Yes, that domain name whereby within the officers we share information, we share letters through that one. That's true.
Yes. So now, my other question is, how cooperative is 5C when it comes to helping you navigate some of the challenges? Because you have told this commission some few minutes ago that sometime at one point they had to cut off
System.
and then you were at their mercy, right?
Yeah, that's true.
So what is the mindset of the council to provide a backup plan? So in case you have issue with 5C, you can resort to another option without having necessarily to halt your revenue collection.
That's true. It's very important. We are putting mechanism and plans. If this stop, like what has happened, will not repeat again. So it's on plan. We are doing that. That's true.
Have you? You said you are doing IT online.
Yes.
A degree program.
Yes. Yes.
In the modules that subsequently you do, do you have the security application systems that you are supposed to do as part of your modules?
Yes, actually I'm doing that. Yes, that's true, I'm doing that. Yes.
Council.
Now, I was hoping maybe I don't know whether there's a need to see how transactions are being done online.
Yes.
Can you do that quickly? Is that possible?
Yes, yes. Let me do that.
Can you?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
we
yes.
need-
Yes, so before you even start that one, because you've already demonstrated this one, how do you generate a self-auditing transaction? How do you generate that in the system?
We go to
because
the-
it has provided for
Yes, yes.
self-auditing, which
Yes.
will show you the entire transaction.
Transaction that is done for, yes. Yes, in the system.
And please take a pen and a paper and note. I am requesting that you provide us with data and the amount of revenue collected for the first quarter, second quarter, and this third quarter up to this time as we speak.
Okay, on rates or lancing or all together?
All the revenue lines.
All the revenue lines.
Yes, please.
Okay, I will do that.
Please note that because you might forget.
Yes, I will do that.
Deputy Registrar, please provide the paper.
Can I come?
Yes.
Okay. Malafi, Kiru,
Yes.
I think they are also requesting for the same data.
Okay.
Okay, before coming, I downloaded that one for Malafi, and then Kiru, I told you when I come back, I will download it for you.
Okay.
So it's like,
Okay, if it is exactly the same data
yes,
that you are going to generate,
it's the same
you
data.
understand? When they bring the data, that should be
Yeah,
sufficient for
yes, yes, I will do that.
All right. So
Yes.
for that one, I did not ask
Okay.
specific.
Okay.
I ask that they provide us with the general information.
Okay.
This one I am asking
For
on quarterly
no
period.
problem, no problem, no problem,
We want to see the revenue
no problem.
that you generate.
That's fine.
You understand?
That's
so that
right.
whatever, the reason why we want to have an appreciation of the machine is because we have seen evidence
Yes.
of how much your revenue suit up when the collectors were collecting revenue using the machine
That's right.
without fidgeting with it or tampering with it. And we want to do a comparison to see,
That's
you
right.
understand, what would be our recommendation
That's
with respect to using this digital machine.
No problem. I'll do that.
Yeah?
I'll do that. This is the place
So-
where you normally go. And this is to the portal.
Reports.
Then I will go there and then I
And
print it.
kindly also explain what is entailed in the issue of these configurations.
This is where users will be created, password will be changed,
Okay.
locations, you know. This
And
is,
that the individual collector can go into that configuration and make the necessary changes.
no. They don't have the access right to that. I have
That
the
right.
access
You,
right.
you have an overriding access.
For that, Yes.
So in the instant where they are in the field,
Yes.
and these are two collectors using one machine,
Yes.
and for instance, I'm just giving you a hypothesis. One of the collectors falls ill, wants to go, and then the other one comes in, and he is confronted with an ad hoc situation. So he sends you a message for you to create the requisite, you understand, information, so that he will be able to generate the transaction, right?
Yes. It's very fast.
Yes.
We normally used to do it.
Okay.
Yes, very fast.
Okay, so you could quickly show us, because it's after 4, so that we can. Council, can you take?
Yes, can you now show us how a transaction is done online?
Online. Okay. Now the device is online. It's having internet now.
Yes.
So I'm coming.
And please raise your voice.
Device is on now. It's having the internet now.
Yes.
So now I'm coming to input another data. Then we do the transaction.
Very well.
Okay.
Can't you use the same data?
Okay. No. Then I have to reverse it because we are that one is paying for 2023.
That's all right. You can
So-
put another one.
Yes. Okay. I have created now.
Yes.
Yes. Now I'm coming to do the transaction online. No?
What information have you created?
I created license,
Yes.
same license. Now I will take you to the dashboard so that we'll see it automatic from our end.
Very well, because it's online.
It's online, yeah?
Now, before you proceed, I see INV stroke 2023 stroke. There should be something
Where?
there on the number, the box on the number. Invoice is INVC, which is supposed to be invoice. The second line.
Oh,
second
okay,
line.
okay. Yes,
No,
yes,
here.
yes.
No, on the left, on the right, on the left-hand corner. No, first.
Okay, this one.
Yes.
These are the reference numbers.
Okay.
Yeah, they are invoice numbers.
So the slash is indicative of the completion of the
Yes,
reference
yes,
number,
yes.
which in this case is 5793.
Yes. Okay. Now we created a transaction, but there is a guy. He did transaction now. It's reflected now. If you can see, this is Basama Jamone. He just did transaction now.
Just right now.
Just right now.
From Basi.
From Base.
Yes, but this machine is Sama, what is it called again? Soma's machine.
Yes, because normally they will write their names there.
Yes.
Yeah, they will write their names.
Yes,
there.
but how is it that Basamba's transaction is coming to?
No.
That's online. That
is online.
Basama is in Base.
That's a screen.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So any transaction done with any machine can reflect here
Yes.
right now.
Yeah, now Basama is doing transaction now.
Yes.
So now we also coming to do transaction online.
Very well. So right now, for the purpose of the simulation, you are the revenue collector,
Yes.
and you're also the IT manager observing those who are collecting revenues, and they are online.
Very good.
That is what we have to understand.
Yes.
Very well.
Okay, license, then license reference number. So this reference number, it can be changed.
Yes.
If instead of 92, maybe when somebody also is entering there, it will change to 3 gradually.
Yes.
Yes. Now I'm coming to search. Now I have seen it. Transaction, print. Okay. This, I take it to 2023 already in the system.
Yes.
No, as a collector, you cannot print it now because already the system is telling you now is in 2023 now. You cannot make transaction already.
Yes.
So now I have to change it to make it 2022 so that he can print 2023 now.
Okay.
Yes. So that's why it is important when you make transaction, you have to check what are you coming to print. And sometimes the system will even kick you out. It will say log again. And now it has kicked me out. I have to log in again now.
Yes, please explain as you are
Okay, I'm inserting the username and the password again so that
To log in.
To log in again.
very well.
Yes. It's loading now. No, I'm in now. I'm in the application now. Now I'm going to the dashboard. I'm going to Lansing to change that the year of transaction.
Yes.
Type in the reference number. Save, and then evaluate it again. Inside the reference number.
So it is now in the system?
Yes. I'm inserting the reference number now to make transaction 579392.
You see, the chairperson seems to be way faster than you.
I'm making transaction now. This is still not changed. Laminjana, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, okay, 93. 595793. Okay, that's true. 5793. Okay, I get it now. Print cash online. I'm online now.
Now you're online.
I'm online. Okay, it's even showing you the location where you are.
Yes.
If you are online, huh? Yes, print. I have printed now. Let me go to the dashboard, the portal. Then it's there now.
It's automatic.
Automatic is there now. So that's it.
So
Thank you.
is that simple?
Yeah.
Anyways,
Now,
yes.
Mr. Ture.
Yes.
Now tell us, what are the challenges of this machine?
The challenges.
Yes.
The only challenge will be if we don't have the correct data.
The what?
If we don't have the correct data from the collector, because when you bring these data, when we input into the system, we give you a printout, you check it, you give the whole data that you brought, we print it, we give it to you. Okay, if you check it, fine. If you don't check it, we assume that it is okay. But when you go to the field at time, you said we don't have this social person name is Ibrahima Jallo, Ibrahima Ba Jallo. So if we are not in a position whereby we're going to change it, it's going to take your time there, or you're not going to be able to make a transaction. So that's another challenge. The only challenge we have is data verification. It is very important.
But you believe that in applications like this, data verification is fundamental, right?
That's right.
So what are you doing to ameliorate the challenge as we speak?
We spoke to management about it, and
what are you supposed to do? Because we have been given evidence here that assessment of those business activities are done yearly.
That's right.
And I believe that is during the course of the assessment that some of these data are generated.
That's true.
To help you input in the application,
That's
right?
true. That's true.
Yes, so what is your suggestion? What are your suggestions to management?
Very good. This assessment, what we have in the system this year, we need to print it out and give it to them as 2022. This is what we brought. This is what you assess. Now, when we give them this printout, when they go for assessment, let them go through that. If this Mr. Y is there or Mr. Y is not there, if his business has increased, just matter of add it or or then you cancel it, or if it's not there.
That is where you need to go to the application. If it is wholesale or retail, you move from retail to wholesale.
Very good.
Things like that.
Things like that. That will help us because it will reduce load from us. Rather than you going out, do fresh assessment, and whereas we have a data in the system, it will be confusion.
Yes. Now, Mr. Ture, why? Because the systems audit covered the period 1st January 2020 to 30th September 2022. I believe that given the fact that this system can pre-audit and post-audit the transactions, was this information not availed to the auditors?
Information like the
all
system?
Yes, the systems, all the transactions.
No, the audit, when they come, I create an account.
What?
I create them account.
Yes.
I give them access, let them go through the system. They did it. They went through it.
They went through the
They went through
system,
it, yes.
and they collected all the information.
They collected it. I give them account. I just created an account for them so that even when they go, they can have access to it.
Okay. All right. And so aside from that challenge you talk about, what is your overall impression about this machine? Is it effective?
Yes, it's effective.
Very effective.
Very effective. It's just.
So how do you think it could be rolled out such that it will, okay, let me put the question this way. Give me a percentage of how effective this machine is. If you have trained, you understand, collectors using it, honest collectors using it.
Very good.
What is the
Very
percentage ratio of success in terms of revenue collection?
It will be 100%.
100%.
If we have trained collectors that knows what they are doing,
Yes.
it's 100%.
100%.
And then the honest one also is 100%.
Okay. Now, this putting off the machine. Did you talk to the? Did you talk to 5C?
Okay.
The possibility of looking at how to input in the system, because it's possible. It's not rocket science.
Possible.
These are applications.
It's possible, yeah.
And it's very possible. Having gone through this, I know for a fact that the 5C can put in an application. As soon as you touch the machine, they will be able to know whether you don't post a transaction. They should be able to know that transaction was attempted, and you as the overall supervisor will be able to say, account for this. Is it possible?
Yes, it's possible, and I even
note it.
I even wrote it down. I even emailed them also about that to remove this offline person there, so that it will be all online. I even wrote it back to maybe like 2 months or 3 months ago. Yes, to remove this offline person there. So it will
so
be.
That it will not give the collector the option of putting it up and not presenting the.
Very good. Very good.
Now, this system, how can you connect this system to the depositing of money to the accounts of the council?
That's very good. That's another challenge which I think management have to look at it, so that even the lines manager or anywhere they can, when the collector make a deposit, it can reflect it in the system.
In the system here.
Yes, that is.
But I think that is supposed to be your duty to advise and show them the possibility of making sure that the transactions are clearer and are more, efficient.
But that's right. I not today, or I have made that suggestion. But that also it has to link with banks. So council, they don't have like a regular bank from one bank to another. So if you build a system whereby it's with this bank, the next minute you change the bank.
But I think these are applications, and even if they have more than one bank,
yes,
it's an application, and it is the banks are your stakeholders.
That's right.
The banks work with you because they need you, and you need the banks, and I believe that you could collaborate, to make things easier in terms of making sure that at the end of the day, you understand, you could produce, both in terms of the volumes of transaction, and the revenue that you have generated at the end of the day?
Yes, it's possible. And there are room for improvement. It can be possible. Thank you.
The last issue was just the issue regarding the no ICT security policy, but I think you have already discussed that with the chairperson. I was to take you through the audit report that's highlighted that on page 74. By the way, did you have access to the audit report?
Yes.
You had access to the audit report?
Yes, I have seen it. Yes.
You can now go back to the witness.
Thank you.
Yes. So basically, there were issues regarding the no ICT security policy at the area council.
Okay.
To the extent that the data that you collect are not guaranteed. They cannot be said to have been in a very secure place, so that people will not have, those who are not supposed to have access to the data ordinarily will have access to the data. Do you understand? But I think you've already discussed this in depth. There's no need to repeat that.
Okay.
Let's just summarize the machine and then we call it a day.
Okay.
But before that,
Okay.
just briefly, there was an issue regarding an amount of money
Yes.
that you have withdrawn
Yes.
from the...
Sorry, Council. Let me just quickly ask, because your management response indicated that by 10th of March
Yes.
2023,
Yes.
you would have presented this to the General Council.
What?
Did that happen?
What is that?
The security,
Yeah,
IT
yeah, yeah.
security plan
I think
or
we,
policy?
Yeah, we are even supply you that we provided to the commission.
Okay.
I have prepared.
But was it presented at the General Council?
Yes, it presented.
And it was adopted?
That's right.
Right?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, you can proceed.
Yes.
This other, sorry, this other, this other new council, we have not yet presented to them, but the old one they have adopted it.
Adopted that?
Yes.
But you know, an IT policy or plan is supposed to be for a continuity or for a period.
Okay, that's
This
fine.
policy was for what duration?
1 year, and it can be reversed and checked again.
Okay.
Yes.
Reviewed?
Review and check again, yes. And adopt some policies and then move on.
Yes.
So their findings were, I'll just read it quickly,
Okay.
that during the review, we noted that Basa Area Council did not have any ICT policy that identifies the rules and procedures for all individuals accessing and using an organization's IT assets and resources. During our interview with the IT officer, that's you, I believe,
That's true.
we noted that he developed an IT policy which to him is yet to be presented
to
for
him.
approval.
Yeah.
So the implications are there's a high risk exposing the IT assets and resources of the council. There's a risk of weak internal controls and lack of data protection, which you've already discussed with the chairperson, so there's no need to repeat that.
Yes.
Now, in summary,
Yes.
what we have from you regarding the machine, the automated machine that has been used by the revenue collectors to collect revenue
Yes.
at Basa Area Council, which you've had with 5C, the company called 5C,
That's true.
is number one, that the server
Yes.
is outside the country.
That's true.
Is that correct?
Yeah, that's
Do you know
true.
where exactly?
Yes.
Do you know where exactly? Which country?
Yes, Dubai.
Dubai.
That's right.
Number two, that the machines were upgraded from a system that was purely online
That's
to
true.
a system that is now, you can now do transactions online and offline. Is that not correct?
That's true.
The other issue is that revenue collectors can now collect revenue whilst they are online, and if they do so, it will have a real-time effect on the screen of either the CEO, the finance director, or your very self, who is the IT manager. You will automatically see the person that is doing the transaction and the details of the transaction. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's very correct.
Please louder.
Very correct.
The other issue is if it is done offline and they have that means they have off the internet, they can still do transactions, but as long as it's not been downloaded,
You cannot see.
You cannot see it.
That's true.
Is that what you said?
That's true. Yes.
And if there are any, and then the issue regarding, you've also told us that the machine can capture any form of payment.
Yes.
Any form of transaction.
Yes.
Yes. Do the commissioners have any questions or summary with respect to the machine, or any doubt before we move on to clear just for 1 minute or two the issue regarding the $10,000?
Yes.
That's all for me.
Yes. The issue of data security. Did you have discussion with your management as to what are the terms and conditions that the council requested from the company to secure the data? Because you, as an IT person, you know how data can be used.
That's true.
Internationally.
Yeah, that's right.
Right?
Yes.
So, did you have any idea from the agreement or from discussing with management whether they have undertaken to protect the data and not to use it, and if they do use it, there could be serious consequence?
That's right. Yes, I have discussed this with management, and I'm quite sure they have wrote to the 5C in regards to this data management and other issues.
Is there any documentation to prove that?
Unless I ask.
Find out.
I will do that. Sir.
And if you have any, please provide it to the commission.
No, I will do that.
Thank you. Council.
Yes.
Yes.
So in conclusion as well, Mankomane's evidence to the extent that he didn't use the machine and that it was faulty, these are all not true.
All not true.
They are really absolutely not true.
Yes.
So you have made a withdrawal.
That's true.
From the account of the finance. By the way, thank you very much for your instruction regarding how the machine operates in real time.
Yes, sir.
But you have withdrawn from the account of the finance director, Lamin Suso.
That's true.
In the month of February, the 10th day of February, 2021, an amount of $10,000.
That's very
What
true.
can you tell us about that withdrawal?
This is night allowance. I could remember I came to Combo for a trip, official trip, and then go back to Basse after 2 or 3 weeks. After upon arrival, I requested for my 3-night allowance, which was $750, and then I wrote a request. I went to CEO, approve, went to finance director, that is Suso, approve, and then they have to pay me. So it went up to 2 or 3 weeks. I have not got my allowance. So there was one fine day, if I could remember, it was Friday. Even that Friday in the morning, I follow up, I check on him to see if the phone is available to pay my night allowance. He said, okay, I will check. So after Friday prayers, I was about to go home, and then he called me and then said, Tom, I'll come for your money. Then I came, he said, you have to go to bank and withdraw it. So I was in a haste. I even told him, but bank is about to close. He said, no, after Friday prayer they open. So it was Eco Bank. So it's not far from council. I just drive, I went there, went to the bank, give the check to the cashier, withdraw. But the moment he withdrew, he gave me the money, it's huge. I said, wow.
The moment he
gave me the money, I thought that the cashier made a mistake.
No, who did the withdrawal?
I did the withdrawal.
Yes. How much did you withdraw?
$10,000.
But how much was supposed to be your net allowance?
$2,500.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I went to the cashier, and then cashier withdrew the money and gave me. I counted. I said, it's 10,000. I said, yes, that's what he gave me. So,
but he don't give you a check.
Huh?
Is it not a check?
It's a check.
Yeah, but you must have seen the check first.
Yeah. The problem, the check was like this. You understand? And then I was about to go home, and I said, oh, come on, let me collect this. So I went to that, just picked the check, just wrote, it's in my hand like this. So I take the car, just went to the bank, take the car, check from the dashboard, car dashboard, just went to the bank, Second cashier, I gave it to him. He just checked. He said, write your name. I said, where at the back? I write my name, my shine. I give it to the I give check to him. But upon surprise, he gave me $10,000. Then I thought that he made a mistake. I saw count. He said, no, that was on the check. So I came. I went home because already we are going home. I went home, and then he called me. He said, do you withdraw? I said, yes, I withdraw. I said, how much did you give me? He said, $10,000. I said, okay. So
He said, how much?
how much did you? I told him, how much did you give me?
Yes.
He said, $10,000. He said, I said, oh, okay. I got $10,000. He said, your night allowance. I said, yes, about $2,500. That was $750. So he said, okay, I will call you. You gave me my money. I said, okay, that's fine. So that day I was supposed to come more that day on Friday, but I did not make it. And so in the afternoon we met after I gave him his money. Then I take my $2,500. So, okay.
Go ahead.
So after that, I didn't notice it until when the auditors came to the office, and then they asked, did you withdraw money from direct account? I said, no, I don't withdraw money from direct account. They said, no, you withdraw. I said, no. Then they said, you went to Eco Bank, blah, blah. I said, yes. I thought that is a council account. I told them, this is not night allowance.
Sorry, is it cancel? Did you say you thought it was cancelled?
Yes, because the night allowance is not director who should pay me, it's the council who should pay me. So I was surprised. Then I told them this is what's happened. He gave me money, he gave me a check, but I didn't know that it's from his money, his account.
And then?
And then he gave me I take my...
Was that the only time that you withdraw money from the account?
Yes, that's the only time I withdraw.
Well, that's the only time that it has reflected on the audit report. But again, you said it's for 3 days.
Yes.
And each day should be?
$750.
And how much would that be if you add the 3?
2,550.
750. Should that not be less than that? Can you calculate and see? I'm not sure.
2,250.
250.
Yes, that's true.
Yes.
Yes.
So you were saying 2,500. So
it's 2,050. Yes, I forgot because that time night allowance is 750.
Yes.
Yes.
So that will be 2,250.
2,000.
You gave him back the rest of the money.
Yes, I gave him back this money.
Okay. Any quick questions regarding the withdrawal?
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Mr.
Ture. Yes.
Mr. Ture.
Yes.
Let me first thank you for the evidence you've given. It's very clear. But from the time you came on board to the council, is it correct that you are aware that collectors were paying in Lamin Susu's account, withdrawing and depositing money?
Yes, this came to my notice the time I see audit report. I never knew this was happening.
Yes, but it to us as a commission, it has become a sing-song for the witnesses to say that they became only aware when the auditors came. But looking at the accounts and the transactions, I don't think most of the it would have escaped most of the collectors that the accounts they were transacting in were accounts of the council. Right?
Yes.
So for witnesses to continually say that they were only aware of these transactions when the auditors came, I beg to disagree. Simply because some of these issues have been raised in earlier audit reports.
Okay.
Were you not privy to some of these audit reports? The audit report for 2017, 2018, and 2019 to 2020?
No, I never privy to this audit report. I came to council at the 2020 September So the audit report that I have.
But there was audit report for 2020.
Yeah, that's right.
2020, 2021.
That's right. The only audit report that I have seen is the only this one I have seen, because I was there at the time they were doing the management response.
That is the systems audit.
That's the system audit.
Not the normal audit that they have done previously before the system audit.
Yes. I have never seen those books.
Those ones. And you've never had in the corridors in the council some of these malpractices that have been perpetuated by the senior officers of the council.
Yes, I heard it before. The time I came. That's why they say
this is the truth we want
that's
from
why.
you.
Okay, I don't know.
Yes.
Maybe the way you frame it, I don't understand.
Yes, I may be wrong in framing of my question.
Because that's why they said that's why they brought the new system so that they can stop all those things. Yes.
But you know, you are the people that are supposed to help the council revise its operation.
Yes.
So that it could be responsive to the needs of the people in Basse.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
Thank you. We may rise.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I have discharged you, so you provide the information.
Okay.
And if and when we require your presence, we will call you.
No problem.
Thank you.
So we have the whole there.